Good morning. Good morning. I'm writing down the two things that I want to talk about today because it's two things that I've been noticing. And I just want to hop on here real quick. So is women okay that follow the rules, and I'm gonna make some videos about these later on today. But it's about women that follow the rules, like women that follow misogynistic rules and then be angry when they're not chosen. Like the women that do everything right, and notice I'm putting all of this in air quotes. So women that do everything right and then still end up not chosen by men, and how angry they are. Because I've seen two different women get on here complaining about how they do everything right. And notice, right, these are like their words. They do everything right, and then this men still don't choose them. And it's not even limited to race or age, because one of them was an older woman, one of them was a younger, one of them was black, the other one was white. And so it's not even limited to that. It's just how women get on here and then complain about following all of the rules, and then a man doesn't choose them. Thank you, Angela. And so one lady was on here complaining because hey Detroit OG, was 47 and didn't have kids, and she always wanted children. Okay. Now, I always say, if you want a baby, have a baby. That's your baby. So if a woman wants a baby, have a baby. You want 5 babies, have 5 babies. Good morning, user 8555555. Come on now. But so I always say, if you want that baby, have that baby. If you want a baby, have the baby, okay? It's your baby. Regardless of what a man says, that's your baby. And so the lady was on here. She's 47 years old. She never had a baby. And I'm looking at her, damn near in tears. All of the other women are in the comment section co-signing. And I literally felt like typing, if you wanted a baby, why you ain't have a baby? But then later on in the video, she spent her 30s with a man that did not marry her and then left her when she was 38 for a younger woman, a woman in her 20s. So she spent all of her good childbearing years, her prime fertility, with a man that did not want to have a baby with her, although she knew she wanted to have a baby. Okay? Good morning. Let me put my glasses on. Good morning. I'm Erica Brown. It's not sad. It's not sad. It is not sad when you make a decision about how you want to live your life. And then, I guess it is sad. It ain't sad to me. I ain't gonna lie. Because I bet you that same woman in her 30s was talking trash about women that had babies out of wedlock. I bet you she was denigrating other women whose husbands left them with kids. I bet you she was that type of woman because she was so busy doing everything right. She was doing everything right. She was waiting to get married. She was waiting, for the ring. She was waiting for her boyfriend to okay her having a baby. So the fact that she lived that type of life where she did everything right, she was judging women that was like, I want a baby. I'm going to have a baby. I don't care. I'm having this baby. I want a baby. I'm having a baby. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to even bring race into it because I don't want to get banned. But I'm going to just say, I'm sure that there are certain stereotypes and tropes out there about young black women having babies out of wedlock and being single moms. But those young black moms, when they're in their 40s and 50s and they have children, nobody's judging them then. Nobody's looking at them then when those kids are grown. Now, some of y'all don't need to have babies. Let me be clear about that. Some of y'all don't need babies. Some of y'all don't need children. And it don't matter if you're black, white, young, old, none of that. Some of y'all just don't need to be mamas, period. But it doesn't make sense to follow the rules and then complain about the fact that you made a choice to follow the rule. And then get on here and want sympathy from people when you made an active choice about how you wanted to live your life. And I say that all the time. Like, we have to take ownership. Good morning, Gemini Nation. Is that what it says? Yeah, Gemini Nation. Hey, Brittany. When it does not make sense for women to get on this app and complain about the choices that they made that they were complicit in a system that does not serve them, but they don't want to take ownership for the decisions that they made. They just want to blame everybody else. They want to blame, but you, just because you made a decision, it's never too late to undo that decision. You want kids, you can't have them naturally, you can't afford, in vitro or whatever it is. Go adopt. You can adopt. You can be a foster mom. There are ways for your life to still have the type of meaning that you wanted. Is it going to be yours? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Because you waited too late. But there are women out there having babies in their late 40s and early 50s. They got to get somebody else's egg, but you can still have that baby. So there are ways to live the life that you want if you are willing to make the decision to live the life that you want. But it's too easy to get on here and blame other people and systems for the decisions that we made. The other young girl that was on here was complaining because she did everything right and this OnlyFans chick had a boyfriend and she didn't. And I don't know why people think that schmex workers are not worthy of love. Like, I don't understand why we think that a person's profession dictates the kind of love that they deserve. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, and it never has. It's like people be upset with corn stars. And I'm just like, why? Because you don't think that they are worthy, because you bought into the Puritan belief system of Christianity? Is that why you think that they don't deserve love? And then when they find love, like, why are you so angry about it? It's because you don't have love, because you followed those rules and you figured out too late that those rules don't serve you. Whereas when I was in my 20s, I was like, oh, this is not working for me. I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's a certain level of regret. It's a certain level of regret. Oh, meow, meow, Mittens McGee. That is it. They are miserable. They are miserable. People that try to live with that purity culture mixed in with a little misogyny, sprinkle a little capitalism in, those people are miserable. They have all of the accoutrements. They have the appearance. They go to church in their BMW, in their, and then drive home to their nice house. 2 parents, 2 kids. The kids are jacked up. The parents don't like each other. And the mama is off drinking and the daddy is off whoring. But if you look at it from the outside, it looks perfect. But when you peel back that layer, everybody in that situation is miserable. They're miserable. They're in a home that has no love in it. The children really do need therapy. And the 2 adults just don't like each other, but can't divorce because they're too deep in it on all of these systems that were built to not serve them. I remember when I was growing up, my daddy told me, and whenever I start quoting, y'all know the conversation off the rails. But my daddy told me that rules are for the middle class, that the poor and the rich, hey Helena, that the poor and the rich have totally different sets of rules. So the poor have a set of rules that they live by. The rich don't have any rules. And the middle class is the only ones that follow like society's norms. I never forgot that. Because I was just looking around and I was like, this is so true. The poor create their own norms. And as a matter of fact, the poor create a set of norms that the middle class eventually adopt. In particular, poor blacks. Poor blacks create the style, they create the language, they create black people do everything. In particular, poor blacks. They create a whole culture that the middle class sanitize and then adopt. You see it on this app all the time. So they live by their own rules. And then the rich don't have any rules. They just do whatever the hell they want. They dump them wives, dump them families. Trump is a prime example. Bankrupt businesses don't care, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got their own set of rules. The people in the middle are the only people that are trying to follow these rules and are the most miserable because the rules do not serve them. In fact, the rules that we try to follow serve the rich. Keeps them rich, keep us middle class, keep the poor poor. Keeps the people in power in power. You know what I'm saying? And so when women see this, you know what I'm saying, and figure it out, often it is too late. It's not too late because, you know what? If I knew it in my 20s, I'm 53. So if I knew it 30 years ago, there's no reason for other women not to also have known it 30 years ago. And the thing is, right now, the poor do what they gotta do, the rich do what they want to do, the middle do what they're told to do. That's one way of looking at it, definitely. That is definitely one way of looking at it. But women are the people that keep this power structure going. It's not men. Women are the ones that keep this power structure and this cultural conditioning going. It is not men. It's women. Women are the ones that are most critical of other women. And I see it on this app every single day. You know what I'm saying? If women rejected all of the Puritan culture, it would go away because the Puritan culture is designed to keep us in place. And so you got people on here telling you, hey, these rules are not going to serve you. It is in your best interest to do something different. And every time I get on here and say it, younger women get on here and be like, oh, you dinosaur, you old, blah, blah. And I be looking better than them half the time. But, you know, that's the story for another day. But anyway, they get on here calling me old, angry, bitter, blah, blah, blah. And I'm over here living my best life. I'm literally living my best life. I am the happiest I have ever been in life. And I'm trying to give them the key to have a better life when they are in their, 30s, 40s, 50s. I'm giving them the key, saying this is what you need to do in order to have an amazing life. But because it bucks the system and it goes against their belief system and that cognitive dissonance kick in. You're just angry. I'm like, ma'am, I'm like rainbows and unicorns over here. Like, I'm laughing and joking. You're the one head about to explode, but I'm the angry. Like, it doesn't even make sense what they're saying. I'm out with my friends and, living this amazing life. And I'm saying, this is what you need to do in order to be on this level. And not like monetarily level, but just be on this level of happiness and contentment. These are the things that you need to do to live your best life, whatever your best life is to you. Because what I have found is the older I get, the more comfortable I become with me, the less I desire other people's approval and the less materialistic things that I'm looking for. But that's a story for another day. Because then what that does is it pull you out of a system that is meant to keep you in the system, working and slaving away to keep a certain group of people in power. But that's a conversation for another day. But I'm telling younger women, and actually women my age too, because I want them to see, like, you literally can unplug from the matrix. You can unplug from the matrix. You don't have to live that life. You don't. But you also cannot center men either. Like, you have to make a decision. You can decenter men and live your best life, or you can center men and be miserable, but have all of the things, have all of the like nice little boxes checked, but you're going to be miserable. So it's like, women have to make a decision about how do they want to move through the world. The moment, okay, I was married, I was centering my husband. That's what it was. I loved him, and I was willing to do whatever I needed to do to keep the marriage intact. He met another woman and was like, I don't like you anymore. I like her better than you. Although I had given him 20 years, sacrificed all of my hopes and dreams, okay? 20 years of putting him first. I said, that is fine. You want to be with another woman, I can't stop you. Like, we live in a country, if that's what you're going to do, go be with that other woman, okay? It forced me to decenter men. It forced me to. Because it's not messed up. It's not messed up. It happens every day. It happens every day. The only reason we think it is messed up is because we have a disconnect between expectation and reality. The moment you close that gap, what do you expect the man to do? And then when he does it, then you go, this is not messed up. The other reason that it's not messed up is because I'm paid. I'm paid. I had enough sense to build him up so that when he left, he sent me checks. When he get paid, I get paid. He get paid twice a month, I get paid twice a month. When y'all on here talking about Shira 7 and what do you think about a man paying all your bills? Baby, he paid all my bills when we were married, and he paid all my bills now that we're divorced. So ain't nothing messed up about that situation. Okay, I want to be clear about that, because the reality of what could happen and my expectation were in alignment. So when you are in alignment, you know what I'm saying, you move through life differently. So I knew that there was always the possibility that he would leave. It's just the reality of the world. So I made sure that I was situated so that if he decided to leave, I'm good. I'm good. So anyway, back to the story. Once he left, though, I totally decentered men because I wasn't married anymore. You know, and so now when I go out into the world, it was not plan B, it was plan A. I have always been plan A. So when I was married to him, I took care of me first. I might have centered everything I did around him, but I took care of me first. It's not plan B. And I want a lot of women to get that particular concept, that you are not plan B. Taking care of yourself is not plan B. Taking care of yourself, plan motherfucking A. I always made sure that I was taken care of. I managed the finances. I knew where all of the money was. When I decided that he won't make it enough, I enrolled his ass in college and signed him up for the first class. When he was struggling with them classes, I helped him. I tutored him. I wrote papers. I did whatever the hell I had to do to make sure that he made more money so that when he left, he was going to have to send me some checks. So I'm just telling you, plan A is you. Plan B is him. You might center him, but you still take care of yourself first. Okay? I'm just saying. So this is what I be trying to tell women. But anyway, divorced them. Now men are not centered. I don't need their money. I'm not looking for their approval. I'm not looking for anything. When you move through the world like that, where men are not, you're not spouting Christianity, because Christianity serves men. You're not spouting capitalistic views. Capitalism serves men. You're not spouting misogyny, because misogyny serves men. And so when you decenter men, your literal language that you use changes. You don't care about a sex worker having a man. You don't care because you understand that her inherent worth is not tied to the approval or disapproval of the Puritan culture. You understand that she's doing what serves her. You see what I'm saying? You don't care about that. You do not, like I jokingly say, I'm a pick-me, like I try to look cute and, I buy the good bras, because I'm a pick-me, like I say that, but at the end of the day, y'all, I got on a dating app. This man started talking crazy to me. I was like, blocked. Sir, I'm not desperate. You don't have to choose me. You don't have to talk to me. Go find one of these other desperate ass women that's going to listen to you talk crazy. One man told me, I said something smart, like not smart like a smart ass comment, but smart like I was quoting some statistics. And he was like, I just need you to go somewhere with your numbers. I said, my numbers? I got this information from the Department of Labor and Statistics. Well, I don't care about what they say. I'm going to just go out in the real world and go off of what I see. Okay, sir, this conversation is over. if you think that I'm going to listen to this baseline stupidity, like, you are out of your mind. So when you move out of that space where you're trying to be chosen and you decenter men, you start looking at things a whole lot differently. And you also see where you made the mistakes in your life trying to please a man. I'll never forget when I was in college, a friend of mine was dating a guy. And he told her, you're just too wild. You're out in the clubs. I don't like how you dress. He broke up with her and got with a woman that cooked him 2 meats. That was his thing. We were in college. She was a good Christian girl. She came from I want to say her daddy was a pastor. And so, she had her own apartment and she was cooking him 2 meats. She was cooking him 2 meats. That was the thing. And my boyfriend at the time was friends with him. And he was like, why you not cooking 2 meats? I'm like, you're lucky to get a meat. Okay. Like, you talking to the wrong one. But, so he married her. He married the lady cooking the 2 meats. And the skirts down to her ankle and showing up to church every Sunday. He married her. And then he was working in a school and he slept with one of the students. And he embarrassed her all over the news, all over the state of North Carolina. The story made the news for the whole state of North Carolina. So for all of her missing out on all of the fun, all of her teetotaling, non-alcoholic drinking self, all of her up to her neck turtlenecks, all of her 2 meat cooking, well-balanced meal having, honey, you on the news. Your man is on the news. Because you know what they said. Married, I don't want to say what his job was, but married, blah, 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 school system person enters an inappropriate relationship with student. And you know how they do? This is a picture of him and his wife. Put out. Still, you can Google it right now. Him and her. She's standing right there happy. And it's a story about how he cheated on her with a student. What? That's what you get for following the rules. She following all the rules. He breaking every single one of the rules. You cannot listen to them. You cannot listen to them. All of her 2 meat cooking self. Me and my best friend, we still laugh about that story. They will embarrass you every single time. There's a story right now where I live. I remember working with this couple. They were dating at the time. They eventually got married. And this dude was exalted. He was exalted. Him and his daddy, exalted. Just the epitome of how a black man should be. The epitome of how, we should exist in the world. And both of their wives, good church women, good showing up with the fancy hats and just showing up, just first ladies. Showing up as first ladies. He on the news right now. As soon as he got that principalship, guess what happened? You already know. It wasn't with another student, but it was with another employee. Yeah, all over the news. Embarrassed her. So for all of these years, she's been playing the good wife. All it takes is one time. Everybody had to deactivate their Facebook page. Because it's embarrassing. And all over the state. I don't know why this particular story got that type of traction. All over the state. Her husband, picture plastered. And she done played the good wife for, I know, a good 10 years. She's played the good wife. Girl, I ain't saying dream girl. I ain't saying, but it's all over the news. So what I'm saying now is not anything that is not like public knowledge, but it's all over the news. He just got demoted down to a middle school. He got demoted from being a principal at a high school down to a middle school. My point is this. These same women that's sitting around following all the rules, I would have had somebody wait. These women sitting around following all the rules, it don't serve you. I promise you, it don't serve you. And I'm a Delta. And I cannot tell you, for those people, like I'm a member of a sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. I cannot tell you how many times we were criticized for being wild and being this and being that and doing da 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 da. And then the AKAs were so prim and proper. And guess what them boyfriends were creeping to after the club? And I would see it and I'd be like, so y'all dating the prim and propers and creeping with the ones that you really like. Creeping with the ones you really like. Creeping with the ones you really like. Coming to the after party. Dropping her ass back at the barracks, but coming to the after party with us. Drinking with us. We see your other girlfriend. You got the prim and proper one back in the dorm. And then we see the other one that you creeping with. What? Y'all cannot listen to these dudes because they are going to lead you astray every single time. Every single time they are going to lead you astray. I promise you. See, Tony said, hey, blind leading the blind. They not blind though, because we are literally out here saying, ma'am, he's playing you. Here's the information that you need to make an informed decision. And then you know what they say to us. You just mad. You just mad. You jealous. You angry that he didn't choose you. Okay. Go ahead with that. Go right on with that. Good luck. Good luck with that. Got to keep her pure. That's right. Got to keep her pure. And then she's somewhere looking sad. Just sad. Just sad. I do not believe that they are settling. I believe that they believe that if they follow the rules and they do everything right, they cook them 2 meals, they wear them turtlenecks up to here, they don't drink, they don't smoke, they not in the clubs. I really believe that women believe that if they do everything right, he's gonna do right. And the whole time he just is wrong. He wronging left, he wronging right, he wronging up, and he wronging down. And you sitting at home cooking them 2 meats, a well-balanced meal, going to church, being proper, and he out here doing everything that he want to do. Listen, I'm making the assumption that he doing it with other women. Some of them doing it with everything. Lottie-dottie, anybody, because they like everything. So I'm just saying, women just need to be careful about how they show up in the world and how they treat other women and what their expectations. Girl, listen, this is what I say about Derek Jackson. I want him to keep talking. I want him to keep talking because he is warning women about him. He is warning women about him. He's telling, hey, lady, he's telling women exactly what to look out for because what he said to look out for is what he did. I'm not mad at him. I don't think that, so they both should do wrong. Hell yeah, everybody should do wrong. Debauchery, baby, you must not know me. I'm in favor of debauchery. That's what I'm in favor of. And the rules are what the rules are. You cheat, I cheat. This is the rule. Now it's not wrong. Everybody right. You cheat, I cheat. You got a boo, I got a boo. That's not cheating if we all doing the same thing. That sounds like an even swap ain't no swindle. What we doing? I'm here for the debauchery. I'm here for the debauchery. That's right. I put my hands up on your hip when you dip, baby. We all dipping. What? You better get out of here. I love some debauchery. I love some debauchery. That's my favorite thing to do. People be like, I want to hang out with you. I said, baby, the level of debauchery that we gonna be on, you can't hang. You cannot hang. First off, you can't drink enough vodka to hang with me, cause you're gonna be somewhere sipping on a wine cooler, a damn Seagram's or some shit, a Corona. And I'm going to be talking trash about you, talking about why you drinking water. And then there come the peer pressure. Okay? There go the peer pressure. Now you're mad. Now you're mad. I'm going to be on somebody granddaddy at the club, at the VFW, the old people club. I'm going to be all up on him trying to give him a heart attack. And you're going to be like, why you, knowing my knees can't handle it. But I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to back this thing right on him, up his chest. All right? I'm just saying. Girl, I'll be on the grandson too. Hey, the daddy, the granddaddy, the grandson. I don't care what we doing and how we doing it. I just need an age check. Cause if he in his 30s, I gotta get my mind right. I gotta get ready. It's like running a marathon with a 30-year-old. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work up to that. You gotta get your mind right. Start doing your meditations and your visualizations. If I'm dipping down into them 30s. If he in his 40s and 50s, I'd be like, oh, I can handle this. This is like a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? We can do this. Ain't no marathon. This is just we going on a leisurely stroll, looking at the flowers and shit. If it's the granddaddy, we sitting on the park bench. Okay, we on the bench. We went to the park and then we set our ass down. I'm just saying. So I just need to know what we doing. Any of them ages, I'm good with. I can show up and do what we gonna do. So I'm just saying, I don't know who asked about that, but baby, yeah, I'm here for the debauchery. Everybody do it. So some of y'all not ready. Some of y'all not ready for the debauchery that I'm going to engage in. With the son, the grandson, the granddad, don't really care. Do not really care. We're going to have fun regardless. And if y'all think that men care, I have never had a man ask me what is my body count. So I want to be clear about that part too. So this whole body count conversation happens on the internet. It don't happen in real life. Not one. Because if you want me to show up knowing what to do, hell, I need 10,000 hours of practice to be an expert. So if you want to have a good damn time, we can't have a good time and I only had 2 hours of practice. Hell, I might have been practicing with somebody that didn't know what the hell they were doing and they taught me wrong. It's like having a bad teacher. You know what I'm saying? If the motherfucker don't know how to teach math, how you gonna add? You know what I'm saying? You can't. So you have to, make sure that you are with somebody with 10,000 hours of expertise to teach you. So when you show up as an expert, trust me, they don't be asking about, they don't be like, where you learned this at. They be like, oh, baby, let's go to breakfast. What? I had one little young one wake up the next morning talking about, do we go together? Sir, the fact that you use the words go together means that we don't go together. Because where they say that at? I'm going to just need you to get dressed and go on home. Just get dressed and go on home, baby. Because you in elementary school and I'm in college, and this is not how this thing gonna work, okay? The rules do not serve women. The rules do not serve women. And the moment that you live your life for yourself and stop worrying about what men think, and if men are judging you, the better off your life is going to be. And then you have to get away from women that want to spout the same ideology, because 9 out of 10 times they are miserable in their life. They are miserable in their life, and they are angry and regretful that they have put all of their hopes and dreams aside for their husband, their boyfriend, hey China, or their kids. And if you put your hopes and dreams aside for a man that never marries you, you are the stupidest kind of woman out there. If a man don't marry you, and you, go ahead, China, go ahead with your question, baby. If a man don't marry you and you not pursuing the things that are in your own best interest, you are daft. Look it up. If you don't know what it means, you're daft. You're dense. You're obtuse. Because at this point, we know being with a man that's not willing to marry you means that he's waiting for the woman to come along that he's willing to marry. And it ain't you. We already know this. We know this. We know this. We done seen it over and over and over and over and over and over. Don't be that woman. And even when you get married, if you put your hopes and dreams on hold, you're still a little stupid. if you are not figuring out how to make sure that you are taken care of in the event that he leaves. So I'm not just saying buck the rules and buck every rule out there. Who said for young women it's different? What, sir? This is what I'm gonna need for you to do. Don't come in here speaking for young women. Spencer Production, speak for men. We don't need you to speak for us. We are perfectly capable of speaking for ourselves. So speak for men. Say it's different for young men, and I'm going to agree with you because I really don't even care. You are what? You're a woman? Hold on, let me see. Nope, that looks like a man with a man picture. All right. So, I'm just saying, it's worse for young women? No, it's not. How can it be worse for young women? You should never put your hopes and dreams on hold. I did that. Yep. Bring back men about men's business. Girl, men ain't never been about men's business. Stop playing. Not sure if you saw my question. It's not. I didn't see your question. Men choose to marry. Women choose to marry. Everybody make a choice to get married. What? Block. Y'all already know. I don't have time to be having ridiculous baseline ignorant ass conversations because women choose who they're going to marry just like men choose who they're going to marry. Everybody's making a choice. I'm trying to see your question, China. You know what? It depends on how you worded that question. It might not have came through because TikTok will, they're sensitive to the words. So you just have to make sure that none of the words that you use or how you phrase the question could be caught up in the bots, because the bots will block it. Yeah, retype it and just make sure it's neutral. And I can, figure it out. I can figure out what you're trying to ask. But y'all know my block game's strong because I just got my lives back and I don't want to lose it. I just got it back because, and I won't even talking about nothing. Men come into the lives, they get angry and then they report it and then I'm blocked and I just be like, I ain't even said nothing. So I'm not arguing with them. Advice for dating 50 and better. What kind of advice do you need? I don't understand. Like what is the question? Just generic advice? Because over 50 women are the worst women. Those are the women that if I was a man, I wouldn't date any of them. They are the absolute worst. They are the most angry, the most bitter, the most uptight. I don't hang out with any women in their 50s because every time I hang out with them, they are the most critical and the most judgmental because most of them have put their lives on hold and followed all of the rules. So they are the church going, critical, yo boobs out, why you got them jeans on, where we going, why you acting like that type of women. So I don't have most of the time I don't have I don't have any advice for women over 50 because they're miserable human beings and I don't talk to them. I wish that I had something different to say. But when I get around women that are in their 50s, this is just me, and it's not all women in their 50s, but it's enough of them that I don't like them. I don't like them. Now, my best friend, when we get together, debauchery. Now, she married, so she don't be engaged in the debauchery, but she don't judge me either. And she got red hair. And, she's a little eclectic, so she's never been the type to, try to follow rules so we can go out, have a good time, and, just have a good time. She done kept herself up. She don't look 50. When we go out, she not looking like somebody grandmama. So we have a good time when we go out. I'm over 50 and not miserable. I can't even relate to what you're saying. Okay, I'm over 50. I'm not saying every single woman over 50, but it kills me when y'all get in here and try to act like y'all don't know 50-year-old women that act like this. Hell, there's some 40-year-old women that act like this. But she specifically asked about 50, and I think 50 is the sweet spot where a lot of women start realizing that their choices didn't serve them and they're extra angry and bitter, but they don't know how to break out of the mold of putting their kids first, putting their husband first, not doing what they want to do, not dressing the way that they want to dress. So I'm just saying, she asked specifically about 50-year-olds, but what I'm speaking about happens in your 40s, happens in your 30s, because my whole conversation really started talking about how women will follow the rules of men and do all of the things to be pure only to get treated poorly. So I'm just saying, Thank you, Ken. Thank you. So, but that's because I could show up on this app looking like a 50. I'm 52. I'll be 53 this year. I could show up on this app looking like a 53-year-old woman. I could easily do it. I could easily look like a 53-year-old woman. Easily. I just don't. Because I'm like, why would I? Why would I want to show up looking like an old church lady? I take care of my skin. Normally I'm drinking water. My little cup is over here. I keep extra weight on me because I don't care what you say. Extra weight when you're older keeps you looking plump and fresh. When older women get too skinny, they look old. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what anybody says about that. Older women, when they lose a lot of weight and they get extra muscular, they look tired and haggard. When you're a little bit older, you need a few extra pounds. That's just my personal opinion. This is not for anybody that want to go out and lift all the weights. I used to work out like that, but I find that the skinnier and more muscular I get, the older I look. That's it. So, my 51st twins and I are looking great. A lot of us have taken care of ourselves. So I'm not trying to say that we're not, but I want y'all to stop acting like there are not older women out there that are angry and bitter, buying their clothes from them damn catalogs. What is it? Catherine's. So the young people on here, they must be filtering your question because it never came through. Buying your clothes from Catherine's. Okay? I want us to have, if we're going to have a conversation, let's have a real conversation. So some of y'all know what Catherine's is. I'm just saying, let's have a real conversation. Some of us have taken really good care of ourselves, and some of us have not. So when you get on here and say, I'm not one of them, okay, I'm not talking about you, but let's not pretend. I don't even know where the other church ladies get them church clothes from. You know, they got specialty boutiques that you got to go to get the extra fluffy stuff. You know what I'm talking about, them extra fluffy. They got the frill and the satin and shit. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And those women start in their 30s dressing like that. And they just keep it up in their 40s and 50s. And by the time they get in their 50s, they're not shopping nowhere else. They just shopping where they shopping. Looking like somebody grandma. What's Catherine's, baby? I need you to Google Catherine's catalog. It's a catalog that my grandma, you know, back in the day, that before we had the internet, you had to shop. You bought your clothes out of catalogs. And they'll send you a nice little catalog, and they still have them catalogs. They still have them stores with them Catherine type clothes. Don't play with me. Like, don't play with me. Do not play with me. You want to see somebody look like an old church mom, a damn Pentecostal holiness deaconess, a usher standing in the back. You find the Catherine's catalog, okay? Find the Catherine's. I'm just, like, I don't like having a conversation where people act like what I'm saying is just like something totally unreasonable, and it's not true, and, you know, where am I getting this from? Walk outside. I live in the country. All I gotta do is go to the grocery store, and somebody got on a Catherine's outfit right now in that grocery store with some soft shoes looking like a nurse. That's all I got to do. And God knows if I show up to church on Sunday at one of these little country churches, them women in there look, I know they gonna put me out. Because I don't even have nothing church appropriate for the country churches around here. Regardless of what I show up in, I'm gonna look like a heathen. Because I don't believe in showing up looking like, you know, the first lady. Y'all know what I'm talking about, them soft shoes with them fat heels. And they usually black or white, one of the two. And then the brown ones are just, when you put on the brown soft, you have given up. You might as well just be 90. You ain't got no fashion sense when you put on them brown ones. But the black ones and the white ones, they, you know. I'm in the Bay Area, so it's more stylish out here. Okay. Y'all be wanting to believe y'all stylish. Your friends might be stylish. I'm just saying, not all of them. First off, I'm not even sure what the Bay Area is. I'm assuming California. In California, y'all motherfuckers out there, y'all got y'all own kind of. California barely count as America. Like, y'all got y'all own shit out there. Yeah, I don't even understand what Oakland, California. Yeah. She said I like to cover up. Shit, I don't. I like to be as naked as humanly possible and not go to jail. I'm gonna have these titties out. And see, that's the difference between me and that's the difference between me and other 50-year-old women. You see what I'm saying? Because it took me a long time to get these, and I wanted to get surgery. I didn't get them until I was older. So I'm like, hey, I finally got some. They jiggle too? What? You gonna see these. You gonna see these until they just too saggy and I can't make them stand up. You gonna see these, okay? You gonna see these. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like I don't follow them rules that a lot of other older women follow. Now there's a group of older women that are just bucking the system. Okay, there's just a group of older women, and I am a part of that group of women that's just saying, hey, we're going to just live our best life. We're going to dress how we want to dress. We're going to do what we want to do. I cannot tell you the number of times, do you do body kind of letting them do Catholic? That's right. But, yeah, so there is a group of women that just are living their best life. And they're finding partners that allow them to live their best life too. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to have people that are surround us, that encourage people to live their best life, whatever your best life may be. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your best life may be. And I tell everybody, if I ever get married again, it's going to be the kind of relationship where we showing up to the cookout dressed alike, two-stepping. You know what I'm saying? Hands all over each other, people looking like, how they find that kind of love. If I don't have that type of relationship with the person that I'm with, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know them relationships, and y'all know those women, and y'all know those men. You know what I'm saying? And most people show up in boring ass relationships. They show up and they acting like they barely like each other. Hell, both of them talking to the other people more than they're interacting with each other. You know, and that's because those people have married people that checked all of the boxes. You know what I'm saying? They checked all of the boxes. Thank you, Stephanie. They checked all of the boxes, and they have no real, hey, Sean. My name is Sean. So, hey, Sean. I like to follow people named Sean. I'll probably follow you just because your name is Sean. But I can't tell you the number of times that I've had, in particular, younger women show up in my comment section and be like, why you got on them same shirts? And I done said, like, this shirt that I got on, it came from Target. They had it in about 8 or 9 colors, and I got 2 of every color. And this is pretty much, it's like my uniform. It's easy to wear. I put them on. I look good in them. I throw on a pair of jeans, hoop earrings, a necklace if I'm going out, a little bit more jewelry, and I'm happy. I look good. It's easy. But I cannot tell you, like, if you go back and look at my videos during the winters, I have on a long sleeve version of this shirt. During, the summer, I have on this version of it. You'll see that it's very consistent, but they will get on here and denigrate me. They worry too much. I don't know why they care. Very sad to be unhappily married. Man, there are a lot of people that are unhappily married. There are a lot of people that are unhappily married. And the thing is, you can change to be happily married. Like, I really believe that people can change an unhappy situation and be happy if people are willing to admit what they really need in order to be happy. Baby, I've been wearing this hairstyle since I was in college. This makeup, this is how I've looked. If you find a picture of me in college, okay? If you find a picture of me in college, I promise you, This is how I look. Exact same everything. Ponytail, eyeliner, mascara, red lip, and a hoop. I promise you, I have worn this same makeup since I was in college. Hell, you might can go back to high school and find this exact same look from me in high school. Mascara, eyeliner, a red lip, and my hair not in a ponytail like I bought, but still slicked back or slicked down. I promise you I've been looking like this my whole life. It's not even about the makeup. It's not about the hair. Now, sometimes it is about the hair because there are some grandma, wigs out there. These younger women wear the nice wigs, but they some foundation. I use two types. It depends on what's happening. Derma Blend is the first one that I use because I suffer from acne. I have very bad acne, and Derma Blend covers it up. I have polycystic ovary syndrome. I've talked about that as a result of a brain tumor that I had. So Derma Blend is excellent coverage. And then the other one that I use is the MAC. I use MAC, and this is MAC Full Coverage Foundation, and this is NW45. So these are the two. You can see this one is a little red, but this one is really brown. So it kind of depends on if I've been out in the sun or not, or if I'm self-tanning as to which one I'll use. But these are the two that I use. And the mascara, I've been using this mascara for years. If I'm feeling fancy, I will use MAC mascara, but they cost like $30. So I ain't spending $30 too often. I'll mix it up. And then the eyeliner, I promise you this eyeliner came from Beauty World when I bought my ponytail. And I'm telling y'all, I keep my life simple. This ponytail, this $1 eyeliner, nope, this was $1.99 because it's got a sharpener on it. The 99-cent ones don't have a sharpener. This $13 ponytail, this eyeliner, this lipstick with the glitter, and this hoop earring came from Beauty World. So I'm just saying, everything on here, I tell people all the time, I live a very simple life. I live in the country. It's 4,000 people that live here in this town, okay? 4,000 people that live in this town. So I'm not doing a whole bunch of fancy shit with my makeup to go to Walmart. Like, I'm not doing it. So I got whatever ponytail I get is the ones that they got in stock at Beauty World. Beauty World, Beauty Supply, Beauty, whatever your local hair store is. We just happen to have a beauty something. It might not even be Beauty World. We got two, you know what I'm saying? And I had my favorite because they have my lipstick. I brought that ponytail. Yep. So when they don't buy too many in this color. Like this color, when I bought this one last week, it was the last one. And she was like, we just don't have a lot of people buying this color. So I have to get them on Amazon when they sell out there. So I bought it in 1B. That's it. It's 1B. And I got, this one is 1B and 27. Because my hair really is dyed this color. So, but my life is simple. My life is simple. I promise you my life is simple. And I was talking last week about aspirational versus inspirational content on this app. Aspirational versus inspirational. Aspirational content is when you look at somebody and you say, I can do that. So when women see me on here, they go, I can do that. Nothing about me is expensive. Nothing about me is over the top. Everything that I do is reasonably priced. You want to have a nice ponytail that doesn't look too over the top, I have them in my Amazon link. My makeup is super simple. It's not 50 million shades. I'm not baking and contouring. I'm not doing none of that shit. And literally my lipstick, you can buy it in Walmart. I'm very aspirational. You see me and then you say, I can do this. And then there is inspirational. Those are the Gucci women. You know what I'm saying? Like you go, oh, that's inspired me to do better. But it don't mean you're going to go buy Gucci. You know what I'm saying? You go, oh, it's inspiring me to do something. Dress a little bit better. But I ain't about to spend hundreds of dollars on some shit. Whereas you see me in a Target shirt and a 22 Target bra, you go, I can do that. I can go to Target and get that $22 bra because I can afford that. And while I'm there, I can pick up some mascara, eyeliner, and I can be cute with some earrings. Like, you can actually, anything that I show up as, you can go do it tomorrow. That's aspirational. And I think it's really important that we have, Gucci is just an example. Don't get caught up in the name brand. I think it's important that we have both types of content. Aspirational content that says, hey, I can do this. Women see me and say, if she can get over her divorce, I can get over the divorce. It's aspirational. If she can put it behind her, I can put it behind me. Aspirational. You can do it. You can 100% see somebody doing something and then literally go and do what they are doing tomorrow. Okay? And then you have your inspirational content where you know you're not going to do that shit. Like living in a damn penthouse. I saw a chick living in a penthouse where you drive the damn car in the shit and it's in an elevator and it go up to your penthouse, and then she walked in there and then got some shit. I said, and it was on the beach in Miami or something. I said, girl, what? I ain't doing that though. I love looking at it, but I ain't doing it. That is not my life. You see what I'm saying? But if I'm looking at somebody plant some stuff on their front porch, my country ass going to Lowe's, whatever them flowers are, if they pretty enough, I'm buying them. Two different types of content, okay? You need to have both. Hold on, I done missed some comments. I love Target, girl. Me too. I love Target. I got to drive 45 minutes to get to Target. And see, a lot of y'all take things for granted. Like, I live in the country. I got a Walmart. I can quickly go to Walmart. But if I want to go to Target, like Target is like fancy. Target is almost like a department store to us because we got to drive so far to get there. And then when we get there, the clothes are so beautiful. We're like, oh God, this is like shopping at Nordstrom's or some shit in comparison to what we have. A lot of y'all take your lives for granted. So somebody said, this is why I love your content. My parents are both high maintenance. Oh, honey, I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm not high maintenance. I'm not. Now, some of us, listen, I did level up after I got out of my marriage. I ain't gonna lie. I'm on my way to Target. Somebody said, I love your lives. Thank you. Do they finally have more than one Target? Nope. We got a kabillion Walmarts, but nope, we got one Target. We'll probably only have one Target. And I say we like I live in Fayetteville. Shit, I live 30 minutes from Fayetteville, 45 minutes from Target. So, well, maybe not 45 minutes, but I live in the South. I do not miss that damn place. Girl, stop playing. This place is wonderful. My life is the best it's ever been. Mine too. Somebody said you opened my eyes when I got a divorce. I appreciate. Thank you. Virginia is southern enough. I lived off Cliffdale. Me too. I lived off Cliffdale for a while. I like Fayetteville. I like them soldiers. I had some of the best times of my life with some soldiers. And if you weren't there, want no pictures back then, want no internet. Every now and then, I'll run into somebody and they'll be like, Laurenburg. Yeah, Laurenburg is right down the street. Every now and then I'll be out in Fayetteville and I'll run into somebody and they'll be like, don't I know you? And I'm like, hell no. Nope. If you asking, do you know me? The answer is no, you don't know me. Hell, these days I can't tell if they know me from running Southern Elegance, my company, TikTok talking trash, or some debauchery I did back before I was single. Like, I don't know. So when they ask me, my answer is just, no, sir, you don't know me. They be like, you look familiar. I got that kind of round face. I got that round kind of, country fried chicken and pound cake face. That's all it is. You don't know me. So for one time, a dude was like, yes, I do know you, and X, Y, Z. And I was like, whoo, sir, wait a minute. I'm going to need you to whisper that. I'll be glad when my divorce is final, we separate, I'm ready to date. Honey, go date. What the hell are you talking about? Why you need the, I'm not attracted to men my age. Shit, me either. Them old motherfuckers, I'm not attracted to them either. I found one that I like. One. That's about it though. Everybody else been younger. But I don't know what the hell you waiting on. Listen, somebody talking about how long did it take me to start dating? When I found out the rules were we in the streets. Shit. He was in the streets. I figured out we were in the damn streets. We both in the streets. Motherfucker. When did I start dating? Immediately the next motherfucking week. I was sad, but I was dating. What? we both single now, baby. We both single. Because she's still married. She's separated. Let that shit go. Hell, half the time they married and acting single. And you want her to sit around and wait till some shit is final? Get the fuck out of here. If you don't hit them damn streets, get you a good bra. They $22 at Target. And a nice outfit. And get your makeup done. Don't have no old lady hairdo. And go somewhere. Go out to eat. Go to the mall. Go to a damn sports bar. You better not wait for that shit to be final. Hell, half the time they drag the shit out just to make your life miserable. Okay? Because they know you're going to sit at home trying to follow some raggedy ass rules. And they out there slanging that community oak tree to everybody. Air corner. Okay? If you don't get out and stop worrying about you legally separated... Girl, go find you a 1-star restaurant. Hell, I done met some nice men at 1 stars. 5 stars, they might not want to buy you a meal. At a 1 star, you can smile and be cute enough, and they'll buy you and your friend a meal because it's cheap. I'm just saying, y'all know I'm not the one to be following all of them foolish rules. When you in the street, I'm in the street. I said we both in the street. We both in the street. We both dating now. You dating? I'm dating. We both dating. Good luck. May the best motherfucker win this contest. And I promise y'all, this is the thing. My daddy told me, I told y'all when I start quoting, hey, it's the conversation that took a left turn. My daddy said, it's easier to find a man than it is to find a meal. You will find a man quicker than you will find a meal because a meal costs money. And I was like, what? Now, my daddy was telling me this when I was in my 20s, okay? He was like, you will find a man quicker than you will find a meal. 100%. 100%. They out there slinging it. They want to give it away. Now, do you want to take it? That's on you. Half the time I be like, sir, I'm going to need you to keep that little weeping willow to your damn self. I'm not interested in I'm not interested in that because I done had a sequoia. So I'm going to need your old ass to keep that little weeping willow, that little pitiful ass tree to yourself, okay? But they out there willing to spank somebody with that little branch that they got, okay? It's up to you whether or not you want to take it. But I'm going to be outside. I'm going to be outside. You sound like a hater. Who sound like a hater? Rodney, you said I sound like a hater. I'm confused. Who sound like a hater? Is he responding to somebody? Going out to the bar by myself, no friends. Girl, I be going out all the time by myself. I do not care. Sit right at the bar. Talk to whoever shows up. That BS goes both ways, and women do the same. Hold on, you sound like a hater. Hold on, I'm trying to see if he said anything else. He didn't. I guess he is talking to me. Y'all already know what's about to happen. Let me see his photo. Rodney blocked, so now I can talk trash about him. He blocked. He mad because he a weeping willow. Listen, if y'all have been in my lives before, if y'all have been in my lives, you know that there's a baseline that we already know exists. When a man come in and say, you are too fat, Girl, he not an oak, he a weeping willow. No, he a bonsai. We had to create a whole new category for those types of men. They little bonsai trees. They barely even count. They not even a part of the forestry. Okay, they're a nice little house plant. He a bonsai. We had to come up with a whole new category for them. So we done established some things here. Okay. Bonsais are incredibly sensitive. They got to have, that's why I done killed everyone I ever had dead, because you got to have the right temperature, the right soil. You got to clip them a certain way. They require maintenance. They like a damn flower, okay? They sensitive and soft. So when they come in here complaining about my live, we pretty much can tell exactly how they fall. So when they come in sensitive and angry, we know they're a little bonsai. When they come in kind of argumentative, they're a weeping willow. The oaks don't say, what? Your live is flagged for harassment and bullying. See? See? I ain't even said nothing. It just popped up. So now I got to get off, because if I get another one, I lose my live. So y'all have a great weekend, because it just got flagged. I ain't even said nothing about nobody. I got to go.